Lum dee lie lum do die lie do lum dee die lee dum dee die do hum dee die lum dee do. Where are we today, boys and girls?
The Erskine Church.
The Erskine Church. Would you like just to read that out to us, Chloe? Ebenezer
Erskine, one of the ministers of Stirling, left the Church of Scotland with many followers in the 1730s. In 1740, her secession church was built here. Only the facade of the new church begun in 1824 now remains. The elaborate monument to Erskine was erected over to his original tomb in 1859.
Shall we go and have a look at it?
Yeah.
Come on then. Now, what is that we can hear in the background?
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes. And where are they playing? At the old town jail. Now, what city or town are we in?
Stirling.
Stirling. And we're just down from Stirling Castle.
Yeah.
And it's Easter Sunday. And we thought we'd come and see what we could see, can we?
Yeah.
So this is Mr. Erskine's tomb, is it?
Yeah.
It's very ornate, because usually if you go, somebody has a grave, it's like one gravestone or something. Just look at this.
It really shows how an important person he was.
Well, he was very important, because the secession church, when the church left and split, that was a very important part in Scottish history, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, what is the building behind it now? Can you see what the sign says?
It's reception.
It's a youth hostel.
What are those?
A youth hostel is that somewhere nice and cheap to come and stay rather than a hotel. It's like a very, very cheap hotel. And look up there, we can just see the old jail in the background. Doesn't that look very ominous?
Yeah.
I would not want to end up in there, and just look at the size of the walls.
Yeah.
So
It looks like an ancient jail.
it does look like an ancient jail. So, well, we just come back down now. When we came up here, what did you guys think or notice? What did you say? We were going back in
Time. It feels like we stepped back a century.
It does, or maybe even 2 or 3 centuries.
Yeah.
Because Stirling does look very, very old when you come to this part of the town, can't you?
Yeah. Only
Oh, here we go! Dad can play this tune. Heedlum, heedlum, heidelum, hadilda, heidelum, heedlum, die. There we go. Oh, we go and have a wee look at them. We're going to show everyone.
Yeah.
Come on then. Let's go see the pipers. Dumbity diddlum, humbity, 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 hiddly diddlum, deedlum do. Here they are. What have we got? Drummer? Fantastic. Oh, he's got a drum solo. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, there's a good one. Hum-a-dee-die, dum-a-dee-lo, dum-a-dee-die-lo, dum-a-dee-die-lo. We're playing all the classics today. Hey! Right, we'll go this way.
Yeah.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Let's go up and see what we can see now. I can already see quite an old looking building there. Can you see that? What number? Oh!
1929.
So, this is something that I used to be a part of.
The Boys
the Boys
Club.
Brigade, it's called. The BBs. Sure and steadfast was our motto. And actually the BB's place used to be just around the corner. Now let's just have a wee look here. So, here is a wee motto of the Boys Brigade up on the top there. Can you see that one on the lintel there?
Quarrelling is taboo.
Quarrelling is taboo. And what? Oh, William, what's this coming? Porsche! Porsche!
The Targa.
A Targa! What's it?
It's a 911 Targa S.
A 911 Targa S. Right, let's go and see if we can figure out what this says up on this building. Quarrelling is taboo. What does that mean?
So basically, I'm guessing that taboo is like an old word.
Taboo means no, means it's bad.
Yeah,
So what does quarrelling mean?
It means to argue.
To argue. So what is it saying then?
Arguing is bad.
Arguing is bad. So I'm going to use that from now on with you two. Quarrelling is taboo, youngsters. How does that sound? Right, hold this. I'm going to put my muffler on the camera because it is getting a little bit windy.
I'm going to tell you a little bit.
Can you hold that for me, Will?
Targa. Like, see, Targa.
Oh, tell me about the Targa.
They're the brand that makes all like the, oh my god, like they have like they make all the convertible roofs for the proportion stuff.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Nice one.
So.
Right, there we go. Right,
It's basically a convertible roof Porsche 911. Yeah.
now, just have a wee look up here. So, what year has it got up there?
1929.
Now, I think this house is much older than 1929. It looks so much older, doesn't it?
Or Dad.
And what's the little motto above it there? Play the game. Now, there's a little sign here. Would you like to tell us about the Boys Club, William?
Okay. The Boys Club. This is a 1929 conversion of the town's old butter market. The architect Erskine Bell used Scottish scenes such as crow step gables in his amusing adaptation. Plans made at this time for similar conversions of other old buildings were not carried out.
Ah, so I was right then. So this is an old butter market that was then converted in 1929 into the Boys Brigade Club. How fantastic is that?
Yeah.
And look over here.
I think it's quite crazy if they still find some ancient butter in there.
Now, what is this church here? Can you see what the name is?
The Church of the Holy Rood.
The Church of Holy Rood. So this is the church that all the kings and queens would have come to, isn't it?
What's so special about this church?
And because this is the one where the castle is, so this is where the kings and queens would have come. Look, because you've got some of them here on the thingy. And look, what is the name of this street or this place here? What's it called?
Mar Place.
Mar Place. And who do we know called Mar?
The Earl of Mar.
The Earl of Mar. And where did he live?
He lives in
Alloa.
Alloa.
That's right. So this Alloa is very close to Stirling. This is where everything is. But it's also got names of people like the Earl of Mar from Alloa.
He must have come here one time.
He must have come here lots of times, I would say. And just look at this. Look at the building. Look at the church. I mean, we see a lot of churches and they look very cool. But this one is like medieval Gothic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just look behind us where we've just come up. Look at these buildings we've just passed.
It really looks somewhere.
So talk to the camera though.
It really looks like somewhere where her kings and queens and dukes and earls will come.
Oh, definitely. And when we look at the side of the buildings here and the chimneys, we can see what they were talking about there, the crow-stepped Scottish style of the sides of the buildings.
Oh, Dad.
Yes?
This feels like a new world to me because I've only been to the bottom part of Stirling.
And we've been to the castle, but we've never really walked up and down this bit because Dad really struggles with his up and down stairs. Now, here we go. Here we go. So that was actually a picture of John Erskine, the Earl of Mar, that we just saw. Would you like to read us the title? Read it from the top here.
Okay.
This grand Renaissance
town house was built for the Earl of Mar. Keeper of... Oh no!
Oh, you're going to sneeze?
Yeah.
Alright. Would you like to read it then, Chloe?
I noticed something. The Earl of Mar here has quite an extravagant beard.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So you're going to start up here?
This grand residence town house was built for the Earl of Mar, keeper of Stirling Castle. The richly decorated elaborate facade gives us a sense of the Earl's importance.
So the Earl of Mar, so there was lots of Earls of Mar. This is James and not John, the one that we talk a lot about. And he was the hereditary keeper and also the regent to James V, What does the regent mean, William?
Does it mean like the second in command?
Yeah, so he ruled for him because James was very
Mad.
young.
Or.
Yeah, he was just little. So you're going to come and read this now?
Okay.
And then we'll have a wee peek along.
Which one? Oh.
So start up there.
The design of Mars Wark echoes in the splendour of the palace at Stirling Castle. At the keep of the castle, regent to James. Is that, yeah, that's
Sixth, James the 6th, sorry,
sixth.
not James the 5th.
In 1571 to suit. Mar had close ties to the royal court. To proclaim his status, the Earl displayed the royal arms above the entrance to his home. His own arms and those of his countless embellished towers.
Oh wow. So look, so we've got things to look out for when we're walking along here. We've got inscriptions. Mars Wark is decorated with heraldic emblems and inscriptions. The Earl asks us to judge his lodgings kindly. What about this one here, Chloe? You want to read us the timeline of what happened here?
Timeline.
So, from here.
James Erskine, Earl of Mar, becomes hereditary keeper of Stirling Castle and begins work on his mansion, originally known as Mar's Lodging. Mar positions musketeers in the town has to help drive Mary Queen of Scots supporters out of Market Square. In 1593, James
Sixth.
James VI earned his claim to stay briefly at Mars Wark before their reception at Stirling Castle. In 1715, the lodging is used as a barracks during the 15th century Jacobite Rising before becoming a workhouse in 1733. Mars Wark is damaged by the cannon fire during the Jacobite Rising, and the building is abandoned.
So this is really interesting because we've actually done a story about this, about Alloa Tower, about the Spanish Blanks conspiracy. And it talks about Mars Wark and how he foolishly placed the cannon on top of the Wark, and then what happened? It got blown up. Yeah, that's right, and we can see here just how damaged and stuff it would have been. Just look at it all. Oh, what's that?
It's like a cellar.
Is this like a cellar?
Yeah. Wow. Echo. Yeah, bounce around the room.
Right, let's take a wee walk round. Let's have a wee look at the Wark. Now look at these wee holes here. Look at these go right through. What do you think? We think they were for poking invaders. What do you think? You think they were for putting things through to shoot at the invaders, or a wee shooting hole, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Wait, what happened if the invaders shot Rood?
Oh look, we've got some inscriptions here, and we get a wee photograph of this. I don't think I can make that out.
Latin.
Can you read it? I think it is Latin. You might be right. And we can see some of the heraldic signs there. Oh wow, look at this. What an archway. And are those gargoyles, or I don't know, it looks like a person. What do you think?
Oh, look at that. He's not having a good time.
I know, he's not having a good time, is he?
Got his head chopped off.
Oh right, so this one I think I can read a little bit. So I think this is actually an Old Scots, William. I don't think it's in Latin. On open heights.
On open heights.
Something.
Sometimes war wages too.
Oh wow, look at this. So, you know, it was talking about the symbols. Look at this one up the top there. It's like the coat of arms.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Look at that. That is absolutely magnificent. Wow. The Mars Wark. Imagine this is all still here from the 1500s.
1600s, yeah.
Aye.
Like 1600s.
1600s, yeah.
How do you keep all this stuff
Oh,
preserved?
let's have a wee peek in here. Look at this. I wonder what went on in here. Look, there's little alcoves and there's little bits for putting things on.
I think one of the maybe it was like a maybe it was used to store alcohol or other things like that.
Maybe.
And the roof was just blown off.
Yeah.
Ominous.
Ominous indeed, young lady. Ominous indeed. Right. Well, we'll just take a whoa, what an echo. Right, well, we'll take just a little walk down here. And we'll have a wee look at some of the buildings before we say cheerio.
Yeah.
Now, I had intended to do lots more walking there, but the Wark is just a fantastic thing to look at on its own, isn't it? I mean, just look at that. Let's try and show everyone it from the whole of it from a distance.
How much bricks? I mean, that remain.
Well,
how much of it is left?
now remember we went to Tillicootree, we went up by the quarry and stuff, and we talked about the Pictish fort that was there. Well, in that story it said that they took the stones from the Pictish fort to build this in Stirling Castle.
What?
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Well, to reuse it, because coming past items like that was often very difficult, and if you're wanting to be the new king, maybe to show your power, you take down the old king's fortress and use it for your own. What do you think about that? Right, we'll take a wee donder down here, into the wee Broad Street garden here, and then we'll say cheerio. Oh, I wanted to go down and show the old toll booth as well, but that will just have to wait. Now, just look down that street there.
Whoa.
Down to Darnley's Cafe. Fantastic.
Nice tree.
Aye, there's just a nice wee bit here, eh? Righty ho. Oh, and the blossoms are just coming out on this one. Or are they just going away? No, I think they're just coming out.
Those are buds.
Those are buds, yeah. Right. Always say goodbye, boys and girls.
Bye.